pic looking in the mirror, posting, quote, "It was always me versus the world until I found out it's me versus me." Acho is on assignment for the second hour, so got to bring in Fox NFL analyst Bucky Brooks. So, Bucky, you like Cam's IG post amid the Patriots drafting Mac Jones?
Yeah, no. I like the post. It was clever. I like the little, the animal print motif and all of that, me versus me, all that. I like Kendrick Lamar, so you're never going to get me to be mad about that. But I think Cam is doing what I think some other quarterbacks should do when they bring some competition into the room. You only can control what you can control, and that is to focus on you and what you're able to do. Because as we saw on his draft day walk, Mac Jones can walk in with plenty of confidence, but can Mac Jones play? And so Cam Newton has to control the part that he can control, which is on the field. And the one thing that we know is Cam Newton has to be better. He has to be more efficient when it comes to passing. Yes, he had 12 rushing touchdowns a season ago. But at the end of the day, for the Patriots, they want to be able to throw it. They want to be able to throw it in the system that they've run for the last 20 years. And so it's on Cam to challenge himself to be a better version of himself. So it is me versus me if I'm Cam looking in the mirror. But he also has to know if he can't beat himself, Mac Jones certainly will step up and will do it.
Man, Bucky, I love you too much. I love Cam Newton probably even more than that. And I will always defend Cam Newton when he's right, but I can't defend this one right here, Bucky. I defend Cam, but only the truth even more so. And in this situation, I think this is corny. Let me give you an example of why this is corny. For two reasons. One, this ain't no Kendrick Lamar verse, even though it is. Shout out to Compton. It's really Mark Twain who said life is a competition between you and yourself. And last time I checked, I think Mark Twain was here before Kendrick Lamar. But I get the verse and I get the recent history of the verse. But let's talk about why this is really corny. Damn, this hurts me to even say corny and Cam in the same sentence, but I'm gonna say it again. This is corny because this reminds me of when I see people, especially my wife, pull this number. Have you ever experienced this one, Bucky? Oh, no, I got to go over there. I'm like, huh? What you say, baby? No, I'm just talking to myself. Well, then why am I hearing it? If you're just talking to yourself, if you just got an issue with you, if it's just a competition between me and myself, whatever you want to say, what the hell are you telling the world for? You can post what you want. You can post when you want. But on draft weekend, come on, man. Bucky, we've been in the NFL before. We're vets of this. We don't want to hear it right now because it sounds like you're leaking oil if you're Cam Newton. And I know that the brother, he is secure. He knows it's his job to be taken, and he's secure in his role. But why? And the timing of this one. And why am I hearing your own inner complaints?
Hey, Marcellus, now, he may be secure in his own ways, but we've seen even greater quarterbacks, i.e. Aaron Rodgers, get sensitive when they draft a first-round pick. Because, as you know, being in locker rooms, the one thing that we know, when that first-round pick comes in the building, the clock is ticking for him to get on the field.
Facts.
And so Cam is look, he's not new to this. He's looking around and saying, oh, man, they done took my guy at the 15th pick. Man, everybody is waiting to see when is Mac Jones going to get on the field. So Bill Belichick can sit there and say, hey, Cam, hey, man, it's your job. You just keep doing you. But there's that other voice in your head saying, nah, B, y'all brought this dude in for the reason they out to get me. I got to ball out. But here's what he should do. He should take a page from the MVP, Aaron Rodgers, and control the controllables. The one thing that they can't do, Cam, is they can't replace you if you play at an MVP level. You have played at that level before. It is on you to play at that level again to fend off Mac Jones from taking your job.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing we always say. Like, I can't hear what you're saying because your actions are speaking so loudly. Like, I don't know this generation like this, and I'm not trying to act like the old fart up here, but man, when I have my own inner turmoils, it's not for me to profess to the world so that they can make it easier, because that's not how it works. You as a football player dictate terms by how you produce. That's it. Make it where even if you go out there and ball out, they're going to look stupid if they try to change anything at your position. If they try to insert Mac Jones prematurely, you make them look dumb for that decision by balling out. Why do you think going on IG, posting something is going to be a comforter? It's going to be a mattress. It's going to be security in case things don't work out. Or even if you're thinking things do work out, but I just wanted to let y'all know I was working on me. If you're working on you, Cam, Work on you. I shouldn't be able to see everything that you're working on. I don't know if this is an intimacy conversation we're having about Instagram and social media or not, because I'm not letting y'all know all of my secrets, where all my demons are. Like, I got to work on some things by myself. And this is one thing I wish Cam would have worked on by himself.
No, so here's the thing. I would give Cam a different quote to use. Instead of using Kendrick Lamar, I would say, hey, use this quote from Steve Martin. Be so good they can't ignore you.
Yes.
Be so good they can't ignore you. Because, Cam, if you ball out and you play at a high level and this team wins a ton of games and they get to the Super Bowl, well, guess what? Mac Jones can't get on the field because it's hard to remove an MVP caliber quarterback for the next guy. And so all Cam should do, put the blinders on, focus, make this the best offseason that he's ever had in his career. And then when he gets his opportunity in training camp, he balls out from beginning to end. Because if he does that, then he ain't got to worry about Mac Jones or anybody else taking that job. Because the one thing that we know, coaches like winning, and they like guys that are going to bring them closer to winning. So all he has to do is make sure that he handles his business. He takes care of his business. He doesn't have to worry about Mac Jones in his rearview mirror.
Man, I swear I went through this with some 5-year-olds this weekend. My little man out there playing Little League baseball. This is not just me saying it. My little man got a little skill in baseball, and it's funny because I can't play baseball worth a lick. It's pretty good to watch. But you watch all the kids at different levels of their developmental phases and stages, and some kids can swing and hit it. My son is not even the best hitter I've seen out there. There's some other kids out there jacking it. And then you watch some kids who just can't touch the ball at all. And then you start to realize we're in practice yesterday. And some of the coaches, some of the parents are a little more critical, like your kid's going to get a scholarship at 5 right now, or he's going to make the majors if he plays well in the next game. And I'm like, hold your horses, calm down right now. Because in practice, you have to have an opportunity, a space to work on your weaknesses. In practice, it shouldn't be performance-based. But that's happened now in all of youth sports. These kids can't even practice. The games is where you're supposed to go out there and perform, not practice. Why do I bring this up? Because there has to be a protected space where you could just work on you, work on your game, your left-hand layup, your weaknesses, whatever that may be. And last time I checked, in terms of psychology and self-awareness, Instagram is not where you work on that. It's not where you want everybody to judge you, grade you, and say, yeah, I'm for you or not. We're not going to help you throw any touchdowns, any completions, and we're not going to take it easy on you if you throw interceptions. Cam Newton balled out last year based on the circumstances. Now, in the absolute sense, no, he did not. But 21 total touchdowns and only 10 interceptions on a team that had no weapons and the most opt-outs, and your first year in the Bill Belichick system where either you sit year one or you suck in year one, you got to applaud, golf claps, but applaud Cam Newton and what he did. But to me, this is the check engine light. This is a leaky oil. When I hear him on this moment, in this moment, during draft weekend, have to let the entire world know that I'm watching somebody else by watching myself.
Look, man, look, draft weekend can be sensitive for everybody, particularly when you're not necessarily entrenched in your position. Cam Newton had to come back on a 1-year deal. It was really a peanuts deal with some incentives in it. So he knew he was on a very tenuous tenuous situation coming back. Well, now they mess around and go and draft Mac Jones in the first round. Ooh. And it's something different. Something hits a little different when they draft somebody in the first round behind you. Then he had to look at Mac Jones walk out with that swagger like he's Vince McMahon, like he's ready to go make it happen. And so, look, since Cam is in his feelings right now a little bit because he's like, man, this dude's going to come up here. They're going to give him the first opportunity to take my job. If I slip, I got to tighten up. And so I applaud him for recognizing, look, man, it's on me to control when I may lose this job, but he has to ball out. He knows it. We know it. You know it. We'll spend the next 6 months talking about it. He got to ball out. If not, we're going to see Mac Jones take over in New England.
Man, look, Bucky, we can't talk down to all situations. We got to bring them up to our standards, to our level. I can't do this to Cam Newton. I can't let him get away with this. Let me personalize this story. I was in 2000 in my 4th year, first time as a starter. Bruce Smith out the door, and it's just me. It's all on me. You know what the Buffalo Bills did in the first round? Drafted a defensive end by the name of Eric Flowers. I watched Eric Flowers day one at practice, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I thought he was better than me. Now, I can't watch me play unless I'm on watching film, but To my eyes, I was like, that dude looked better than me. And he got drafted in the first round. But you know what my response was? I didn't have social media, so who knows what I would have really done in that moment. But my response was to go out there and get 10.5 sacks, force Buffalo's hand, and go out there and become the highest paid free agent. Cam Newton's